Hello there, Steam back with another episode of Minecraft 1.20. So, today, what are we doing? That is indeed a good question. Well, something I was wanting to do is actually fire some more bamboo. Bamboo can actually be turned into wood if you have enough of it, which let's see if I do not have enough. We're gonna need to go do another adventure over there, so I think we'll start with that. But before we get too carried away, I did want to cover a quick little thing about tools. As you can see, I have a variety of tools here. We're actually going to grab ourselves another tool slash weapon, so that we at least have one of each, so I can kind of go over what all of these are. In fact, there's even one more. Grab two of those, and we'll craft that. So now we have all of our tools. We've got a sword, an axe, pickaxe, shovel, and a hoe. These are kind of like the basic main tools. And the cool thing about each of these tools, like I mentioned previously, like shovel, for example, will be faster on, earth-related blocks. But you can also punch pretty much everything you can break with a shovel, you can actually punch. The shovel will be a bit faster. Then you've got a hoe, for example, which actually can be good for leaves, but since we don't have silk touch, it's very much like glass, and it will just break it instantly. But another fun thing that a hoe can do is actually it can till ground, which we can use later for growing crops, which we're not going to get into quite yet, but it is planned for the future. Pickaxe, for example, is good for stones, so anything like granite, stone, bricks, or for anything that's like a hard material. Like for example, you come up to this, you start punching it, and it's taking a while. The shovel is good, or not the shovel, the pickaxe is the required one for that. An axe is good for anything that is kind of wood related, like a tree. It's also really good for mushrooms, like that. We'll go over there and check those out real quick. It's also good for pumpkins. So since we're just kind of out running around in this direction anyways, we can actually grab ourselves a pumpkin. It can be made into seeds to grow more. We can break the mushroom blocks, but the unfortunate thing about that is that the mushroom works just like leaves. We need silk touch if we want to actually gather these blocks, so I'm going to not break that for now. And the reason I made a sword, it's not actually to kill things. It is for the bamboo. Because the preferred tool for bamboo is a sword. Whenever we're breaking bamboo, for example, we always leave the bottom one, kind of like we have in our house, so that more can grow back. But as you can see, a sword will instantly break bamboo. Ooh, melons. They're also a axe specific thing as well. But we're here for bamboo. Goodbye, sword. I did want to show you guys something else that's pretty nifty for tools. For example, I can actually take this nearly broken one and combine it with this other one in my inventory, and it'll actually add the durability together, which can preserve the tools for a little bit. Just note that if you do have enchantments in the future on your tools, if you combine them like that, they will remove the enchantments. Oh there, you sneaky little parrot. Wait a moment. You should do the parrot thing. Oh, not the hello. Do the other thing. Now you're not going to do it, are you? Okay, well I guess I'll tell you. One of the unique things about a parrot is they'll actually mimic other mobs. I think specifically the hostile mobs. Which can be pretty funny because sometimes I can scare you or wig you out. Come on, do it. I heard you do it earlier. Of course you don't want to do it while I'm looking at you, huh? Is that all you got? Is that the only trick you can do? I'm gonna get rid of this flesh for now. Which, by the way, I'm pressing Q. That's the drop for PC, anyways. Oh, I could just try and do it. think he copied a skeleton. Okay. Yep, there it is. He just did it. That's hilarious. Now, something you can do with parrots. Oh, yep. Is you can feed them seeds. I can get enough seeds for him to like me. How about 2? Nope, you want more. He's a greedy little bird. What I'm doing right now is I'm feeding him in hopes to tame him, which there's quite a few of the passive mobs that are tameable this way. And we'll kind of approach those as we come across them. Okay, let's see if, what, 6 seeds? Is that how greedy you're gonna be? More. Or a greedy little bird. Alright, birdie. Be my friend. You're so greedy. Tempted to pluck your feathers. Oh my gosh, you are so greedy. Oh my gosh. He doesn't want to be my friend. Ooh, I'm so tempted. So tempted to get feathers from you. Okay, I'll keep trying. But I'd like to actually have a little pet. Though he is such a brat. Doesn't need a name for this brat. I'll just call him Brat. Or, I don't know, is it male, female? That's the one thing about Minecraft, is there's not really a male-female distinguishness? What? More words. Words are just not my thing. There's not really a way to distinguish or differentiate between male-female, because everything is kind of like gender neutral when it comes to mobs. I have enough for you now. Oh my gosh. Took so many seeds. But now I have this little guy. There's 2 cool little things with this guy. You can actually right click on him, and a couple other of the animals will come across later that we can get him to sit, and he'll just stay there. If I have him standing and I start walking away, he'll actually start following me. Not that you can see him very well. He's like a chameleon. Another thing you can do as well is if you get close enough, oh, you see he disappeared. Like, where'd he go? If you press F5, or changing our view, you can actually see he's sitting on our shoulder. Isn't that adorable? Now if you jump, that'll actually make him fall off. And while you're just standing here, sometimes they will actually come and land on your shoulder. Welcome home, birdie. Get you, but actually, right here might be a good place for you. Can I get you to... Yeah, just chill. Nope, why did you just sit there? Where are you going? Oh, you're almost there. Let's see if I can pick you up. And then... There, perfect. Look at that. Little limey bird. Now there is a couple different colors of the parrot. So we have a blue, a red, a cyan, and maybe another. I think there's 5 total. I'll have to double check on that. But now that we're back, we can actually make some bamboo blocks, which is pretty great. And we can, might as well make a whole stack. And something we can do while we're crafting, for example, with the crafting recipe book, that's what it's called. You can left click to do one recipe and keep clicking to do multiple. You hold shift, which is like the sneak key, you can actually click it and it will do a maximum stack. Then you can do the same thing when you're pulling things out. You can left click to pull one out, and you can shift click to make the whole stack. Now that we have some bamboo, I actually want to make another expansion on the house here. And that's going to be making a vertical thing here. Well, I'm tearing this out anyways, but I was missing slabs there. What we're going to do, we're actually going to take these 2 blocks out. We're going to put them away for now. We're going to put full blocks in there because what I would like to do is make some more sticks, which since we have a ton of bamboo now, we can actually make a whole bunch of sticks with the bamboo, and we can take those sticks and make some ladders. And we can take the ladders and place them here. Alright, now I want to go about combining these like I showed previously, just so I can max out the durabilities on these. Sure, we'll do that. And that. So now we can put away a couple of our tools. We can put away the bamboo we don't need. We might turn these into planks. We're starting to run out of storage, so we'll have to expand our storage soon. But I want to do some bamboo. Crab. We'll just get a whole stack. That shouldn't use up too much of that. Then we have access to a bunch of other blocks. Unfortunately, there's not a stonecutter equivalent for wood materials. There is supposed to be a mosaic, which is that? Is it really this? I know there's another block you can make with bamboo, but I don't actually know how to make it. What we can do is we can turn this off. Oh, how do you actually make this? Okay, so there is a fancy block you can make with bamboo, but I need to double check how to actually how to actually make that one. So I'll be back. I have been educated. What you have to do to make the mosaic is you have to take slabs. So if I got like 24 of those, you can then make these mosaic blocks, which is a different texture from the regular, which is pretty cool. And as you can hear, that was my parrot making noises of a zombie. So now that we have that, we can actually jump up here, and we can now break this out, which I'm being silly and, you know, not taking my own advice and floating in the air to try to break something. Okay. What I want to do is take out everything above these areas. We're going to just strip this entire, like, roof section off. So far we've been doing a lot of squares. This time I want to actually do a bit of a circle. Now it's not going to be a perfect circle because we are going to make it very small. So it's actually just going to be basically a square without the corners. So we're going to go like this. We're mixing in a little bit of the green to kind of get the bamboo color going in there. I think what I want to do is actually put some windows. We're going to leave a 2-block space here. Like that. We're going to fill this one in because we want to be able to keep our ladder going. We'll let you jump down, and a ladder can actually save you from fall damage as well. Get to there. And then something we can do, a couple things. We're going to start by making ourselves some trapdoors, and then we're also going to grab some slabs. Now, I think I want to do a different floor type for this. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go get myself different blocks. So let's sleep real quick. Get rid of the rain and get rid of the night. And I actually want to go up the snowy hill here real quick and grab some spruce so we can grab a different wood type, I think. Or do I want to go for oak? We'll go for spruce. I want to do spruce detailing, I think, for this expansion. So let's get up there and oh gosh, ow, 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 not the evil skeleton again. Gotta zigzag, gotta zigzag, duck and weave, duck and weave, duck and weave. He's burning. Are we still in pursuit? Oh gosh, got on the house. Oh, that scared me. How did he get on the house? I thought I made that. Did I mess up by... Oh, he must have jumped. Oh, right there. You gotta be kidding me. There's iron right there. Okay, let's check to make sure that's safe. We're actually going to dig our way into here. As you can notice with the shovel, I'm actually getting snowballs from these, which is pretty cool. That might actually be a block we can make use of. But anyways, we'll craft that down. Okay, let me get one more so I can keep the inventory a bit less cluttered. We'll grab this iron. I got distracted, but iron's very valuable early game, so gotta grab it while you can. Ooh, that's quite a ways down there. Since we're here too with this giant hole, if you hold shift, which is the sneaking key, you can actually walk up to an edge and not fall off. It'll keep you from falling. It's a nifty trick for building as well as like looking over an edge like that, for example. Man, if I would have found this cave earlier, I have more than enough iron. In fact, this might be enough to get myself some armor, which we haven't quite gotten into yet. Got detoured by iron. It'll be good for the next episode. I think we'll get into armor and gear and stuff like that, other than tools. Now, one thing to make note of too is if you use the wrong tool, for example, if I use this axe, right now its durability is at 93. Break a leaf, it'll actually use... Oh no, they fixed that. It used to be where you would use extra durability. Wow, I cannot speak. You'd use extra durability if you use the wrong tool. This is a typical trick that I use when chopping a tree. Is I actually place a couple more of the planks that I just broke to reach higher up, because some trees are a little too tall. Oh, that's powdered snow right there. I just about walked into that. A little bit right there. Gotta be cautious where we're walking. We can make ourselves some spruce planks. But right here, if you can actually sort through a variety of different recipes. In this case, I can right click to click, which I'm after spruce specifically. So let's grab 32 of those to start with. Then we're going to right click here and get ourselves some slabs. I don't necessarily need to do slabs for this, but that is what I want to do. We're going to actually place the slab on the upper part of the block, which that's probably something I didn't explain, is that depending on what part of the block you're looking at will change how a slab is placed. We can go like this. We can remove this one here, because the trapdoor can do two things. It can close off the area, plus it can also function as a ladder, which is pretty cool. Now we have this little space here. We'll continue upwards. One more height on this one. And I think what we're going to do for this is actually make the window be a bit taller. But this sounds fun to add in some variation. Like that. Yeah, 3-eye window. That's one thing you can do whenever you're building, is if you feel like it's too boring or kind of lacking some interest, you just add a little bit of variation to how you build. And for the how I do the randomness, is just kind of what my brain feels like doing. So I'm kind of just, in a sense, just let's do this one here, this one here. I don't really have a set method on how I determine where my random blocks go. What I will do is fill this in, have this go up to the very top. We'll get one more trap door, but before I get too carried away, I'll put a torch in each one of these so that it's safe, and then we'll take a quick nap. So we have our latch up to the very top. Okay, now what we're going to do, whoop, that was a weird placement. That wanted to place on the torch. Trapdoors also work similar to how slabs do. That's another thing to keep in mind. So like I can place it on the bottom like that. Or I can place it on the top like that. Fortunately, they don't go on sides or anything like that. It'd be pretty cool if we could. Now we can do real quick is, since we've added quite a bit, it's always a good idea to take a step back and kind of view what you've added and see what you think of it. I think that's a pretty cool addition. We'll definitely have to figure out some sort of like decoration to put on the sides, and I think what I'm going to do is probably do something similar to what I've done here and do some variation of different sized blocks. And I think the one I could start with is we can actually take the spruce here, we're going to turn it into solid wood, which is interesting that it's, you got your logs as your wood. And take those, put that there and then strip it. That can kind of look like a initial pillar point. And I am stripping that by right clicking, so like the secondary option of the tool. And then we want to get some fences, but I also want to put a wall in there. So let's see what kind of walls we got, because I want to kind of gradually decrease the size. It's kind of like we do with this. One thing to keep in mind with walls and fences, they're actually not technically a full block, so you can't jump that high, because a player can only jump one block without any like potions or any other ways to assist. I think if we do this, and then we do something like that, in fact, we might just do an alterating. I think that might look pretty cool. I kind of like that. And that helps bring in a connection point between the two, so that since we're using a similar color, it actually helps it blend in, or the same block, it blend into the rest of the build, which you can't see from this side. If we go over here, we can see it better. Yeah, so there's like that red and red to kind of connect them together. I'll have to do something about this to kind of blend it, because like the trapdoor, for example, is a good one because it kind of breaks it up. Without it there, it's a very stark contrast. But this kind of helps. Now another thing we can actually technically do, if we want to like add some age to this, we can mix in just a little bit of spruce and swap out a lot of this dark oak for spruce, and that kind of gives a bit of an aged effect. But if we get too crazy, you can see it starts getting a bit like chaotic. So it's sometimes you can do too many details, so it's better not to do too many. Well, I think I'm going to take a few minutes and just kind of finish out some of the odds and ends for this tower here. I need one more wall, and then what I'm going to do to kind of keep the similar like aesthetic going, I'm going to put these woods here. We're going to strip them, and I'm going to take these fences, and we're going to build it up just a few bits. We're going to go up a little bit more. I think we'll go too high. I feel like that's probably going to be good enough. And we're actually going to bring back in some dark oak to keep with the roof aesthetics we've been doing so far. I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring in some slabs all the way around here. And we're going to kind of make a bit of a dome is the idea here. And I think what I might do as well is to kind of keep a little bit of the roof style going. We'll use strip logs there. And we can put this in right there. Kind of just make our square all the way around here. This in as a filler for now. We'll put this in. Flip it. We'll go wall, fence, wall. Have to build up a bit more. Do a fence, and we'll drop a torch on top. I actually kind of like what this little bit of a hangout was making me think of. A brain. I really can't word today. But that gave me an idea, some inspiration, so to speak. Let's see if we have any slabs in here. We do not. What we can do is grab a couple of these slabs. We'll go back up. And we'll actually make a bit of a border here along the edge, so it kind of makes the top a little more interesting, and it also gives us more space. This is pretty cool to have like these views up here. Wow. That's really cool. Okay. Heading back down. Did you just copy a creeper? You naughty, naughty bird. Now, as you can see, we have way too much going on for our storage here to maintain. So what we're going to do is actually grab a couple of chests. Let's grab like 6 of them for now. A couple of barrels. What we're going to do is make our way up here. We're actually going to like stack them in a variety of ways to like give us extra storage. Like that, and then we'll go up here. We'll make this another storage area, and we'll put like a double chest there. We'll do like a barrel in this corner. And one thing to consider barrels is they're actually directional, depending on how you place them. It'll change what they end up looking like. I think I will do that. Sure, that works. Now we've expanded our storage. Now what I'm going to do is actually remove this one. I'm going to make a huge mess. Our inventory is going to be completely overloaded. What I'm doing right now is I'm holding control and hitting Q to drop an entire stack, because I am looking for... Could be... Yeah, oh, ladders. That's what I wanted. Now give me my ladders back. Okay, there's the ladder. So I want to put a ladder there. I'm going to work my way up here. Start with this one. Let's put in... Sure, we'll put our stone stuff into this one for now. Put like dirt in this one. But maybe we'll put wood in this one for now. All of our wood related stuff can go in there. I think what we're gonna keep for this barrel, I want this to be kind of like odds and ends tools and things. Shears can go in there for now. We can combine those axes. Okay, anything else in here? No. Let's grab this pile up. We definitely need to get this pile cleaned up. Because one thing we don't want to do is leave that there for too long. If we leave items on the ground for an extended period of time, they will eventually despawn and disappear and be deleted from the world. That is a 5-minute timer on that. Okay, let's put all of our plant-related stuff in here. Do like mob drops in there. Way back down. Cool, we got the full stack. So now we can actually kind of get organized here a bit more. Bricks go there. We'll put snow. No, snow's a shovel related item, so we'll put it here for now. Get our wood in there. We'll put our bricks, this one, as well as glass. I think that could work well. Plant related stuff. And up here we got mob drops. Now we're on to kind of moving up to the next layer. And I think, yeah, put like our ores and stuff here. And then this can be like odds and ends accessories. I have space to put a... Sure, let's stuff a double chest in there. Why not? This should keep us well stocked. No, gives us plenty of space to store many things. What I'm going to do now is actually remove all these furnaces. Because I want to change their orientation. Put them like that. We'll move this. And put it here. So you kind of have a bit more of a... actually no. I feel like this one should be a nice spot that feels safer. In fact, here. That could work for now. And I think what I'll do to kind of make this space feel a little bit better is put the crafting table on the floor. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Cleared out that space a bit, made that feel much better. We'll probably do something about that later, but for now, we've increased our storage, which is fantastic. Now, if you look at this, like, the slabs look a little weird, kind of hanging out like that, so there's one little thing we can do, which I think will help a ton, and I also just realized I can actually make mosaic slabs and stairs as well. So we're going to grab little bits of those. We're going to grab one set of those and one set of those. We're gonna head up to the very top. And we're going to take this one out, for example. And the stairs are also a directional thing, so we're gonna make this facing up. By adding that staircase, it adds to the shape a little bit and makes it like not so weird. And then having these walls and fences has made the building actually look a lot more round. Now if we take a look, the roof, it feels a little like small. Like it feels like it should hang out more, so I think what I'm going to do is expand that as well. Ooh, that turned out really good actually. It's kind of better than I expected. I'll get a good position to like look at it. This is a good thing to do as well, is try to look at your build at different angles. For example, from above. This looks kind of funny, honestly. I think I need to work on this somehow. Maybe I need to add more. And then I did notice here that I'm got all the same as well. So I think I'm going to keep fiddling with this a little bit more and see if I can make it look nicer. What I ended up doing is I added some slabs a little bit lower. It kind of helps keep the curve going. And it actually looks much better. I got one in there. I should probably put something else there to fix that, but that little bit of bamboo there definitely helped make that look so much better. But yeah, I think that's pretty good for another expansion to the house. Like having a tower this tall would be crazy because we could see so many things. But anyways, let's get back down. I will do the last little bits of fiddling to make sure that it looks good. And I think I'll make that be the end of this episode. Thanks for watching.